by the boys. The farriers do a fantastic job here. There you go. He's put 3-4 nails in either side of her foot. I'm going to get out of my way there. She's playing up a little bit. And what he's doing now is just pushing the nails right in. And he's got a set of pinches, which a nail, when it comes through a horse's foot, comes out the other side. Then they've got to fold that over like a clip over the top of the hoof. And that's what keeps the shoe on, folks. Anyway, here's Shane Dye. How you going, Shane? Lovely to see you back here.
Nice to be here.
Nice to be back home. Now, mate, tell me about the pants. You've changed the pants. The lycras are out. Why is that?
You know, I went up to Hong Kong. It's a new fresh start, and I decided not to wear them. I went for the conventional ones, and I just needed to change my personality, and I did that.
Well, mate, as a fan, I'd rather you in the other pants. I reckon they look better. All right?
Girls would too.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Shane. Lovely to have you back, boys. We're loading back up behind the gates. Maitland Gold, yep, she's ready to rip. Everything's fine.
Okay, thank you very much, Simon. Ronnie Davacy, your last thought? Still happy with Yuga Chaga?
Very happy with Yuga Chaga. And look, I think there's a 50-1 chance with a rough hope here, the bottom one, Grand Jura. I'm expecting her. She looked fitter to me today, so if there's an upset result, put her in the trifectas.
She'll be racing up near the speed and trained by one of Sydney's better trainers. New kid on the block, really. Gary Portelli, 32 years of age, and he's having a lot of luck. Okay, we just look at Miss Zoe there in the red and green colours of South Sydney Rugby League team, of which her trainer Les Bridge is a supporter. All right, they're just half of the field full. I see that's Agile back out the back there in the green sleeves. Behind her over there is Poppet, and Trinity College just went past in the white and brown colours. It's her over there on the left. Very, very good field for the Queen of the Turf. It's only some line missing from really the field that contested the classic race, the Group 1 race, the Kilmore Classic here a fortnight ago.
Yeah, they should roll along here. Like if Poppet uses the same tactics that she did in the Kilmore, she went out and led Sunline that day. You know, horses like Grand Jura, Corelli will be up there, and you know, these the more favoured runners like Yuga Chaka will get back. Omens will probably take up a more forward position, and Agile will come from back in the field as well. I'm interested to see how Chris Muntz rides Maitland Gold. He's been riding her forward. I think it's backfired on occasions.
Yeah, I'd rather, having a couple of bucks on her, see her more midfield.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, they're about ready for the Queen of the Turf. Here's Terry Bailey.
A very good betting race. Agile's been very well tried on track late. Lights are on. They're all set and ready to jump. 1,500 metres, gates fly back and they're racing. Dotteressa is shade tardy to go. Maitland Gull dropped back after the start and pop it away very quickly with Grand Jura, Snow Hero, Omens, Corelli and also La Reuse all showing toe. A margin of a length, Trinity College, Miss Zoe, Paris Heartbeat wide, and going up is Dotteressa with Agile. A length away, third last the fence, Maitland Gull from Ukachaka, and 2 lengths away, Veloci. Hitting the first bend and pop it outside of Corelli, they're the leaders. Snow Hero's on a limb, 3 deep, wanting to over race. Grand Jura fourth, the centre from Omens on the fence, 3/4 La Reuse, 2 lengths away, Miss Zoe. Dotteressa on the fence from Trinity College, out on a branch, 3 wide, 2 lengths, Maitland Gold. They were being followed by Agile, Paris Heartbeat, Ukachaka, and last of all is Veloci. 700 metres to go. Corelli and Poppet are level pegging. Snow Hero 3/4 away, third. Grand Jura fourth. Omens getting the box seat run. La Reuse out wide, 2 lengths away, Miss Zoe, Trinity College, Dotteressa. Maitland Gold being sooled along, then Paris Heartbeat, Agile. Ukachaka's got one behind it on the corner, and that's Veloci as they turn the bend. Corelli and Poppet will straighten up together by a length on Snow Hero, La Reuse. Omens looking to angle out. Maitland Gold makes ground on the fence. Miss Zoe down the centre, and Ukachaka is a fair way back down to the 250. Snow Hero, La Reuse got to Poppet. Miss Zoe the outside. Omens about to burst through, and here comes Ukachaka. Ukachaka bursting through in the centre after Miss Zoe. Miss Zoe headed off by Ukachaka. Too good for them. Wins it a half length, Miss Zoe and Snow Hero, then Omens, La Reuse and Agile. Paris Heartbeat wide out on the track over Trinity College, Dotteressa, Corelli. Maitland Gull, Poppet, Veloci and Grand Jura with the tail enders.
An exciting finish where Yuga Chaka, the favourite, has just grabbed Miss Zoe in the shadows of the post, and if you back Yuga Chaka, she's going to pay $3.50 for the win, $1.80 $1.80 for the place, $3.40 for Miss Zoe, and $5.20 for Snow Hero. An exciting race. We'll see in the replay how quickly she came, Yugachaka. Brilliantly ridden to come from so far back in the field by Scott Seamer. Absolute classic ride. He didn't panic. He rode it quietly. Duff, I thought he might have been going to overdo it.
Yeah, I panicked. It's like the first race. You had your heart in the mouth, these back markers. He weaved between runners. You could see him coming, but Miss Zoe had the fly. But no, she's a pretty good filly, this one, and be interested to see what Lee does with her now, whether he gives her a chance in a race like the Doncaster with no weight on her back.
Okay, very, very, very good run. Okay, Andrew Voss, you're there.
Yes, Ken, and I'm with Lee Friedman, a trainer I watching the monitor of that race, and really got to his feet and really got excited. That was one heck of a win. Yeah, well, we haven't had a lot of luck up here with her, and I thought she was perfectly placed today, but I was a little bit concerned when she was near last, straightening up, but Scott rode her brilliantly, got a terrific run between the horses, and she finished the race off well. Does this certainly augur well for the Golden Slipper ladder today, just to get that winning feeling early? Oh, it's always, look, to be honest, it's great to win any race on these big days. You know, they're not easy to win, so I'm happy to win it. Lee, well done. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Okay.
And let's go to Simon Marshall.
Got Scotty Seamer here. The juggernaut continues to roll. We're just having a look at this filly pull up. She's pulled up a treat, Scotto.
Yeah, she certainly has. Yeah, she's won quite well. Got a little bit further back than I really wanted to, but in the end, she was too strong for him.
Hey, that suited her today, getting back out of trouble, though.
That's a usual pattern, but we just planned to have her a little bit more forward, but it didn't work out that way.
Geez, mate, no doubt about you. Your B plans seem to be working all right in these big races.
Yeah, B plans just be wherever you can be.
Scott, you're riding Galloway Girl, trained in Brisbane. What do you think of her chances?
She's a filly on the way up, so I think she'll go very well today.
Yeah, all right, mate. She's. What about the tactics of this race, eh? Golden Slipper.
Yeah, just helter-skelter. Whatever horse has the, keeps out of trouble, has the best luck, is, it's pretty even, so whatever has the best luck will win.
All right, you got back in that field, you finished in front. How's the track update, Scotty?
Track's nice. It's just got the jar out of it. Drizzled rain a little bit last night, and it just suits every horse.
Beautiful stuff. Scotty Seamer, the juggernaut continues to roll, as does Golden Slipper Day, boys.
Certainly does. The juggernaut does continue for Scott Seamer, winning the Queen of the Turf Stakes on Ugachaka. And we'll be back with more on the Wide World of Sports right after this break. After the 1,500 metres of the Queen of the Turf, this is the business end, and there's Scott Seamer urging Ugachaka through the field, and he did, because she got up and won the race and continues his fairy tale ride of group and listed wins. He's a very talented jockey. He didn't find any trouble there, and Ugachaka had no problems in winning the race.
No, she was a little bit lucky that she got the run through the field that she did, and to be so uninterrupted. Normally you get your momentum stopped at some time, but it didn't happen. Ugachaka $3.50 and $1.80. Miss Zoe at $3.40, and it looks like $5.20 for Snow Hero, TOB number 12 for third, and the other states, TOBs and the Quinellas, Exactas and all are on screen.
Kenny, just an interesting question. We've already heard today from Bede Murray, and we've heard from Gay Waterhouse. They're trainers that have been around a while. In your opinion, who'd be the trainer on the way up? My vote's Peter Moody.
Yeah, couldn't argue with that. Boy from Charlottesville in Queensland, only in his early 30s, 3 young kids, come down to Tommy Smith as a 15-year-old, now based in Melbourne, trained the last Victoria Derby winner Amalfi. He's going somewhere and fast.
Yeah, he certainly is going somewhere and fast. Big day for him, but earlier, over the last week or so, our own Tim Sheridan has spent some time with this young trainer on the way up. Here they are.
As Peter Moody greets the Eagle Farm sunrise, his wife Sarah saddles up another hopeful. The boss's wife is herself the daughter of a Kiwi trainer and one of the farm's best work riders.
You like your own hands now? 3 and 1, 1.5 halfway.
We're sort of all pretty much down to earth, and sort of great belief of not asking anyone to do something that you're not prepared to do yourself, and that starts at the top and all the way through to the bottom, you know. You find one for that girl, or just those last 2 come out?
At the last 212.5.
Peter Moody has 41 horses in work. Like all trainers at Eagle Farm, he walks or floats them back to their stables. He's about to expand his operations to Melbourne.
Did he just do the tidying up for us, or was that?
No, does it all every day. That's true. Every day when we come home, if he's in Brisbane, he'll do that. Yeah, goes as soon as he gets here, he'll get the blower out and does it right round. Out the road, the gutters. Yeah, very fussy.
Fastidious about the stable and about
everything. Yeah. Then his daily routine is he'll go in and hang all the bridles up, have all the head collars neat and all the bridles every day since I've been here in 2.5 years.
Last spring, Peter was 32 and hadn't held a metropolitan licence for 3 years when he gave Damien Oliver just enough horse to win the VRC Derby. Amalfi was Moody Racing's first Group 1 winner.
Just to be there and be a part of it is phenomenal, but to actually carry off the main event, well, it was beyond my wildest dreams.
Peter's dreams began as a bush kid in Charleville, Western Queensland.
Probably through a lack of interest at school. Just always had a love of horses, and Charleville in Western Queensland, I used to mess around with a few racehorse trainers and, picked up a few things, and one day sort of aspired that maybe this is what I want to do, so I headed off to Sydney.
He was 15, strapping Lygon arms for TJ Smith and staying at Tulloch Lodge for 3 years. He changed stables and fell in love.
When I first met him, he was foreman for Bill Mitchell, and he blew me away, actually. He was 19 years old. He was so dedicated to his job. I had never met someone as young as him that was looking so much further ahead as to what they wanted to do and what they wanted to be.
Good luck, mate. Go get him. I hired him through someone else who said, there's a good young guy here looking for a job, and he came down and he just fitted in well, and he wanted to get to do the right job and go places, and he put in the hard yards to do that.
Bill Mitchell's success with the likes of General Nadine was shared with his foreman. 14 years after going south, Peter was back in Brisbane training.
Yeah, a month or 6 weeks, he'll be back in work before the winter hits.
He's learning to roll with the punches, and there are plenty of those. Injury has ruled Amalfi out of the autumn and moved the focus onto Peter's Golden Slipper campaign with Brief Embrace.
Brief Embrace can't get there. Bellispree holding on, and Bellispree has won it. He's got there by a neck. Bellispree's there.
But having run the unbeaten Bellispree to a short neck in the Blue Diamond, Moody's filly was then a bit lost in lesser company here at Rosehill 2 weeks ago.
From Smash, Brief Embrace having a struggle to get to Platoon, 100 to go.
Just knowing that, what I'd done with the filly, I believe I can turn it around. I was probably a bit kind to her in hindsight, and I went into the race feeling that I'd be better off being able to train her into the slipper than nurse her into it. For that reason, I was very soft on her after the Blue Diamond. With the travelling and the settling into the new environment, I was very light on her work, and that came against me.
You hold it for me?
Since the Golden Slipper has recently been dominated by juvenile females, we should point out the Moody family emphasis is very much in that direction. Twins Brianne and Celine and their elder sister Cara. They'll all be cheering for Dad this afternoon.
You didn't really expect to win the VRC Derby, and you probably feel much the same about the Slipper, do you? That it can happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's, it's certainly come along very quick. We're only in our sort of 3rd season of training under my own right, and, to win a Derby was a dream come true so quickly. Narrowly beaten in the Blue Diamond and probably lining up with a live chance in the Slipper. It's certainly all happened very quick, but, not complaining by any means.
Yes, Peter Moody's taking it in his stride, a trainer on the way up. And after the break here at Rosehill Gardens, a jockey that's always been on the way up. Shane Dyer will join us live.
Plenty of love in this side.
Fun and games on the road.
Every day you play a test match is like Christmas Day.
With the greatest bunch of cricketers the world has ever seen. I love winning.
And that's why we're number one.
So why did they dump Steve Waugh?
People tend to say, well, he's had it and he's finished. Do you think the selectors got it wrong? Yeah, I thought they got it wrong.
And whoops, what's got Fergie so fired up?
Nev, would I tell you?
When Toyota presents 60 Minutes, Sunday, 7:30 on 9.
Experience the AOL difference. Free for 2 months with no lock-in contracts. Call 1-800-265-265. Join the 33 million people experiencing the AOL difference.
New Cadbury chocolate mousse. A rich, creamy centre smothered in Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate. You won't want anyone to spoil the ultimate chocolate pleasure.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
We would all like to have this, this and this. Now all this and more could be yours. No deposit with nothing to pay till June 2003. That's right, no deposit, nothing to pay till 2003. For a very limited time. Now at...
Experience the AOL difference. Free for 2 months with no lock-in contracts. Call 1-800-265-265. Join the 33 million people experiencing the AOL difference.
Fickle Hostess sticking to the inside rail. Further out, Paris Opera followed by Kortzer. At the 200, Show County had the head in front of Saloon Rule. Fickle Hostess getting the rails run, and look at Kortzer jumping out of the ground. She might beat them all. Kortzer, the Victorian filly, swamps the leaders close to home, and it's another one to Victoria as Kortzer races away to win the slipper.
It's a great thrill, you know, to win a race like this at my age and in the position I'm in Sydney, you know, it's just tremendous.
Inside the 200 mark with me as the leader, Canny Lad getting through on the inside of the filly, and they're clear of Paklani. With me just in front, Canny Lad, the colt, is driving through on the inside. He's coming home the better, and it's another golden slipper to Shane Dye. The Victorian Canny Lad draws away to beat With Me. Bit Greens can't reach them. B.on.A. tackled by Terse and Canonise. It's another one for Shane Dye. Terse wins the slipper. Terse beat Canonise.
Well, this is the ultimate. A buzz.
First is about to run into third place, and she's finishing on gamely. So is Ken Fair. Clan O'Sullivan is shortening stride. Loving Cup and Burst down the outside is rocketing to the line. Burst has swamped Clan O'Sullivan. 4 straight for Shane Dye. Burst got up to beat Clan O'Sullivan. Loving Cup is... When it comes to golden slippers, the other jockeys might as well stay at home.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Clary, when did you think she could win?
Never.
Yes, when it does come to golden slippers, they may as well stay at home. Shane Dye has returned home for the golden slipper. 4 so far. Can you add to it today?
Well, I hope so. I'm going to be trying very hard. The horse has to improve, but there's no doubt it's got the right barrier and the right trainer, and Clary tells me the work this week's been very, very good. She's on the way up, and I'm sure she's going to get her chance to.
Yeah, Snardee coming on early. For Toon, you're on in the slipper. Clary hasn't had any problems in the lead-up in the preparation, to your knowledge?
None whatsoever. He rang me about a month ago and told me he liked this filly and this was her, and he was running her, and if she happened to win, would I come and ride her? And I said, well, I'll have a look and see what happens. And she won by 2 lengths. She didn't run time, but he keeps telling me she's improved, so that's all I can go on.
What game plan do you go out there with, Shane?
To follow Bella Spree, no doubt. He's the horse to beat. He's outstanding, and he's either going to lead or trail, and if I'm behind him, and if he's going to weaken and I get home, I'll win.
What's the ingredients to win a slipper? You've won 4 of them. Were all the horses different, or did they have a quality that all of them had part of that?
I think they're all different, but the major thing is to ride a horse to win a slipper. You've got to train that horse to win a slipper. You've got to get him off the bit a little bit, back off the pace, so he's not charging into the race, and teach him to do that, or she to do that. And I just love riding in this race, but not that. It's a lead-up of 8 months of hard work to get that right 2-year-old to win it. It's not easy.
Horses that travel on the pace you would expect today, Bella Spree, Snowland, Yell, 3 of the fancied runners. Do you think there could be a boil over from the point of view, you think the winner will come from midfield?
It all depends how fast they go. There's no doubt Bella Spree can win and can lead and win. I've got no doubt about that. It all depends how fast the jockey wants to go on him and when he sets him alight. Now, if he goes like he did in the Blue Diamond, he'll get run over. But if he's held up a bit today, and I'm sure you will agree with this, Ken, he may be too good.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me, Shane. I'd rather be on the horses that back off the pace with a bit of petrol left for the run home. Now, you're riding another one of your favourites, of my favourites in the BMW, our old mate Ty the Knot. Any news on him?
Guy tells me he's well, and he said he looks good, and he went to Ramwick during the week and he worked very well, he said, so that's all I can go on. He was a little bit disappointing the other day when he came up on the inside and he didn't hit the line, but I've won this race twice on him, so I'd love to do it today, and it would equal Kingston Town's record of 14 Group 1 wins.
It's only a small field, Shane, but 2,400 metres. Do you think you'll be last or in front of a couple?
I don't know. He may lead, he may be last, and that's...
You've done both on him in the past?
I've done whatever. He'll tell me where he wants to be, and that's the way I've always ridden this horse, and if he's 4 lengths last, he's 4 lengths last. If he's outside the leader, he's outside the leader. But he'll tell me after 50 metres where he wants to be.
And I bet you that'd give you a sensational thrill to win again on him.
Just incredible, you know, to ride a horse like this who I thought I'd never be on again. I love him so much, it'll be unbelievable.
Do you think it'll be his swan song today? Do you think it'll be goodbye after the day for Ty the Knot?
I don't think so. I think he'll come back for another season. There's no reason. If his legs are good, why retire him? He's racing well. He's won 2 Group 1s or 1 Group 1 again this season. He can go on.
Not too many 8-year-olds do, though. But...
No, you're right.
Well, if I owned him, I'd race him until he told you not, and that he didn't want to race. And I mean, again, if he puts in there today, you've got to say, look, let's keep him going.
I agree entirely. He's a racehorse. He wants to be a racehorse. You only got to look at him. He enjoys being there.
Shane, thanks for in a busy schedule for today, popping in and seeing us. Congratulations on everything in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's all going well, thank you. Johnny Size is going very well. David Hayes is going well. The Aussie jockeys, Dwayne Dunn and Michael Carl, done very well over there. The Aussies are really flying the flag very, very well.
And you're going to be a father again shortly?
This week sometime, or next week. So I've got to get back tonight, and I'll be there at 6 in the morning. So it's going to be very shortly.
All the best to all.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Shane Dye joining us there. Now, Ken, just quickly a wrap on a couple of races we've seen. Track looks pretty good.
Yeah, the track, there was rain at around the coast of the eastern suburbs on Thursday. There's been no rain up here at Rosehill, a bit of water on the track, but I think Yuga Chaka does like a bit of give in the track. It probably suited her a touch, but to me it seems pretty fair. She come through the middle of the field.
Well, let's go out to the track now with Simon Marshall and just see how the surface is hanging in there.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, well, there's a little bit of, you can tell they've used the track 2, 3 to 4 horses off. Now, if I walk out to 5, 6, 7, 8, where you saw Maitland Gold just win its last race, that's where the better going is. But you know what? With the sun streaming down and this wind continuing up, this fence continues to dry out, and there's been no traffic on this fence. And I'll tell you something, especially the bigger races later on, like the Slipper, you'll see something ridden for a little bit of luck, poke up on the inside and get in front where it counts.
Good on you, Simon. Thanks for that. Well, the track does look particularly well, and we're going to take a break and be back with more racing from Rosehill Gardens. What's a big race day without fashions on the field? There they are. 10 lovely ladies have lined up and put a lot of effort into their outfits for Golden Slipper Day 2002. Good luck to them all. Well, before we take a look at the Tulloch Stakes, which is the next one on the card, let's go to Anne-Marie Sparkman now, who is with a young lady and I'm sure has got plenty of butterflies in her tummy.
Bernadette Cooper, who is the only female jockey in the Golden Slipper today. Now, Bernadette, you arrived from Queensland about a year ago. What were you doing this time, Slipper last year?
This time last year, I was actually sitting in a beautiful marquee just over there past the winning post. And I was with beautiful people in a beautiful marquee with beautiful food, and I was probably the most miserable jockey on course, because from a jockey's point of view, you're not meant to sit in marquees. You're actually meant to be out there riding the horses. So.
But at that stage, nobody would give you a ride, and it was pretty tough breaking into the Sydney market, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. At that stage, like I said, I'd just come down here and I was sort of battling away around the provincial tracks, Kembla Grange, Newcastle and those areas, and I certainly didn't have any rides in the city.
How tough will it be today, and how exciting to be a female out there in the hurly-burly of that race?
Oh, it's wonderful to be riding here today, and I can't wait for the atmosphere and the feeling with the crowd when the horses come into the enclosure for the slipper. And my horse today is a rough chance.
The punters don't like it too much, do they, Whiskey on Ice?
No, that's right. She's a Queensland horse, and like I said, she won a listed race up there, and she won it well, but she hasn't raced against this type of company before. She's drawn barrier 3, so she's going to have the run of the race. Whether or not she's good enough, time will tell.
Well, good luck to both of you fillies.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Bernadette.
Yeah, bright, cheery face there with Bernadette Cooper. Well, the Tulloch Stakes for the 3-year-olds is just around the corner. Let's take a look at the totes, Kenny.
Yeah, Solitary Soldier, a little bit better on course, but $1.90 on the tote. He's a clear-cut favourite. Number 2, Prince of War for the Graham Rogerson stable is at $13. $5.80 for Road to Dance. $7.90 for Swing and Mist. $11 for Golden Fawn. $13 Harp of Tara. My Tally at $19, and Dame who's really a Kembla horse at $33. Over the page to Navy Blue, $31. A Wyangan Place at $68. And the bottom one, Valedict, at $105.
Well, the 3-year-olds are in the mounting yard for the Tulloch Stakes. Let's have a look at a few of them now. Let's go to the toppy, and that's Solitary Soldier.
Yeah, look, he's on trial at this distance. He hasn't been past 1400 before, but he certainly gives me the impression that he'll handle it. He's won 5 from 7, and in what's not a vintage year for the Tulloch Stakes, he looked very good in winning an open welter class last start. I think he'll win.
The 2 looks pretty well suited. Ron, Prince of War?
Well, he bounced back to form, winning a 1700-metre race at Flemington last start. He's always been a horse threatening to win a big race, but he's only won 2 from 17.
What do you think of number 3, Ken, Road to Dance?
Well, he looks as though he's set up for Halloween night. He's got earmuffs on, which have only just been made legal in New South Wales for about a month. He'll finish on strongly. What do you think of these earmuffs? They stop a nervous horse, Ron?
Well, I think Colin Alderson produced one in Melbourne the other day, the first time they were ever produced, and it absolutely bolted in, so anything could happen here.
What'd you say?
He's got a good chance.
What'd you say? Okay, let's have a look at the tips, fellas.
Just stick to being a TV. Leave that to Abbott and Costello, will you?
Oh, I think the sun's got to me already. Righto. Tulloch Stakes just around the corner. It's over the 2,000 metres. Let's have a look at the tips. Ken?
Yeah, well, I think that the top one, Solitary Soldier, will beat the earmuffs horse, Road to Dance.
Yeah, I like Solitary Soldier. Shorter than I expect him to be. 2 good long shots here in 7 and 9. My Tally and Navy Blue.
And Simon Marshall has gone with the 5, Golden Fawn. Well, I wonder what the punters are saying out the back. Andrew Voss is right in the thick of things. How are you going, Vossy?
I'm going very well, Simon. Solitary Soldier has been odds on the tote all the way through. That hasn't been the case in the ring. It's been in the black the whole time. It is still the outright favourite. Ahead of Road to Dance, Prince of War number 2. You gave it a good rap there, or Conduffus, he certainly did. It's had the drifts. Harp of Tara could be the one to watch for Shane Dye. It has been well supported in the ring and is terrific value on the tote. We're going to take a break right now on the Wide Water Sports and come back with a Group 2 Perrier-Tulloch Stakes.
Your life could change at any split second.
The 2 Faces of Louise.
I smashed every bone in the left of my